Hey guys, welcome back to the Switch and Click. Today we'll be talking about what do you need right now on your table to build a custom keyboard. We'll also talk about different kits and other options you can get where you don't need to solder. But first we'll talk about all the materials you need when you're thinking of soldering. And then I'll link the associated blog post down below where there's a summary and a list of all the parts that you need. So the first thing you need is your base, and the base here is a PCB, also called a printed circuit board. This is how your switches talk to your computer and tell you what you pressed. There's different kinds of PCBs. I think we have a post talking about that as well, so I'll link that down below. But they do vary in price ranges. You can get certain ones where you'll have to get stabilizers and put that in, or you can get ones with hot swappable sockets that are already on there, and that would mean that you don't need to solder. But those are a little bit pricier. I think we also discussed some different options that you can pick from as well. And then alongside that, you'll also need an aluminum frame. This will probably come with your PCB. If not, I'm not sure. But there are a bunch of resources in the blog post of places where you can get different PCBs, and maybe you'll find what you're looking for. So the next thing would be the case, and cases come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Make sure the case that you're buying is the correct size for your PCB. So if you want a 60% keyboard, make sure your case fits that, rather than being too small or too big. So cases can be aluminum or wood, clear acrylic, or even plastic. Aluminum is the most sturdy, but it's also pricier, and it creates a slightly hollow sound when you're typing. There are different options, and you can get custom ones as well. There's also resources for that. So other things that you'll need are stabilizers, switches, and keycaps. But I think those are all a given. We do explain what each are and where you can find inspiration on where to get them. There are a bunch of different websites as well as subreddits of places where you can get custom keycap sets or even get your own made. Okay, next is a soldering kit. So Input Club has a nice list of the best soldering stations right now that they recommend. Currently on Amazon, the best one, the Hako, is about $100, and you get a variable temperature soldering station as well as the iron and the holder. You have to buy the solder wire though, and that's also in the link on Input Club. And they also recommend a solder sucker in case you're wanting to switch out the switches, so it'll take away the solder, so it's basically like an undo button. And then I linked to a good video tutorial on how to solder your keyboard. I've never done it before, but maybe someday I will. And then let's talk about keyboard kits. So keyboard kits are basically the PCB, aluminum frame, and case combined, and stabilizers too. So basically it means that you don't need to do any of the soldering or clipping on the stabilizers. So it saves you a bunch of time, and sometimes it can even save you money. And then there's another route to go where you can fully customize a keyboard online using images and graphics, fonts, and colors that you want, and then the manufacturer will make it and ship it to you without you doing anything. But there is quite a price to pay for something like that because you're not doing any of the handiwork yourself. But it's all up to you whether you want to create a keyboard from scratch with soldering or without, or nothing at all. So with keyboard kits, the only things you need to do are to pop the switches in and then pop the keycaps on, and you're ready to go. It even comes with a USB-C cable, which is convenient. But yeah, if you are curious for more details, the blog post is down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!